the switches to maximum amplification as Parker, Dan, and Angela prepare for their operation. With trivia and plot points scrawled across their walls, laughter and debate erupts as the movie's drama calls. The world may call them crazy, minds gone astray, but genius and passion and madness all dance the same way. Now the show begins to rise from its broadcast realm, and you can open your eyes as we dissect that film.
About to chat.
Go live.
I don't want to see my
Live.
I'm not even gonna do a starting stream. We're just gonna go live. Go.
I'm like, hey, mother bitches, we're live.
Hey, mother. What is that from?
I don't remember.
Somebody says that. You mother.
I know.
You mother bitches.
I can't remember,
remember
what it
what it
was.
is.
Yeah,
Not a good way to start a YouTube live when you're just like, all right, let's start off by swearing.
That's normal. I just can't remember. No, I just can't remember where it's from. It's somewhere in my psyche. It's buried.
What is going on? This is of course, this is a live show, but we're gonna do it like we would do a normal episode, where we'll have our pre-show shenanigans, but you all get to see it live, and of course, anyone who watches it later will get to see it. So it's not going to be a Patreon exclusive. Why don't we share what we're drinking tonight? I am trying the hard Mountain Dew. I've never had it. I haven't had it. I actually haven't had a Mountain Dew, like legit Mountain Dew, in years because they make me sick now. So hopefully this doesn't do that. So here we go. Bottoms up. Smell it. It kind of smells like one. Oh boy.
He just drinks it and just instantly blacks out. Shit! Hits his head on the shelf. Dead.
It tastes like a Mountain Dew.
The code red one's better.
The good thing is it doesn't have sugar. Hey, It's Captain Steve Coates from Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast. Shenanigans.
Permission to come aboard, sir.
Permission to escape this hell.
Yes, please. Is that where we're at already?
Oh,
no, not the show.
Oh,
your quote that you guys were trying to come up with earlier is "Freeze, mother bitches" from Bad Boys.
Oh, that's it. It's the store clerk guy. I like some fruity bubblicious and some Skittles.
Yes, that's it.
Freeze,
yes,
you mother
yes.
bitches. Brian Sanchez, what's going on? It's good to see you in the chat.
I need to make
Brian Sanchez is always one of the first people to be in our chats when we do our live shows, so thank you. Mountain Dew makes me sick. Better have it with booze.
Exactly.
Well, like you said,
Parker,
maybe it's the
makes
sugar.
sense.
Maybe that'll help.
Yeah,
that'll help you out.
That was the only reason that I bought it. I was like, you know what? I wanted to, you know, it's a big day, you know, we're celebrating a big achievement. I wanted to celebrate with something, and I figured I'd try something new.
What the?
And I had to you guys need to stop hitting your goddamn microphones.
I don't.
Right?
It's not.
It
was my cup. I know. I don't have my. You're right. I don't have my thing underneath.
Every time I'm editing an episode and I hear it, I'm like, God damn it!
Fuck!
I need to put some foam around them things.
No, what are you drinking, dear?
Oh, I'm drinking blue raspberry vodka and lemonade.
Ooh, what's the brand vodka?
Oh,
I don't know. It's some cheap one.
Whatever I had in my cabinet.
You like it though?
Oh, I forgot to turn
it is the one that I really like. It's like 99 something.
I ran out of amaretto, or I'd be drinking that.
You could have gone and got more.
Well, I will tell you, I did finally buy the fancy amaretto.
Yeah.
You might remember the old commercials. It had like some Di Serono on the rocks or whatever. I remember just from as a kid. I always remember these Di Serono commercials. Don't know why it's relevant now, but it's an incredibly smooth amaretto with like no burn. It's amazing. I love it.
Smooth.
I could drink that shit straight, and I don't normally drink hard alcohol straight.
I was wrong. It's 360 is the brand.
360 no scope.
But it's good stuff.
He ain't
No,
shit.
he ain't paying
Parker's like,
I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just having mud water while you're doing the thing. And it's just It's just half and half.
Does anybody hear the music?
Lemonade.
Anyone who's watching right now, is there music playing? Can you hear it?
I can.
You know how long I've been
never-
here for? Don't know how long I'll be here for, but congrats on 4 years. It's a kick-ass milestone. Thank you so much, Steve. We appreciate you. I don't know why I got 2 chats here. I probably should look at this one. This one's closer to my face. Yeah,
Good.
4 years. It's wild that we have gotten to that point, but here we are.
I can't hear it,
You can't hear it.
but I also don't have YouTube up loud enough to possibly hear anything in the background. So.
Hey, Christiani in the chat. The traditional 4th anniversary gift is fruit. I'll take it as long as
Oh
it's
well,
good.
I'm drinking blue raspberries.
She's
So
got-
there you go.
Who did I buy? Oh no, that was my.
You hear something? Maybe. All right. I don't know. I used to stream all the time, and now I don't remember how to do it. So, just how it goes.
It's all right. It's not a skill worth keeping, dude. Let's just go stick to making podcasts. That's where the money is.
Oh, I can hear the music. All right, cool. Everything sound good? Everything sound good in here? Let us know if something sounds weird. If you hear like echo or double voices or whatever, please yell at me
Triple
so I
voice.
can fix it later. The live stream, I can only do so much, but at least when I put out the audio version, or even if I decide I want to edit the stream and put it out into just a video form, I can tweak some stuff. But you guys get the first little bit here. You get to bite into the fresh stuff. Hopefully it's not too rotten. But
What if it's like good?
I have some more. I have some Bean Boozled left from yesterday's live stream for the Cure segment. So maybe we'll do some more of that. At least I will.
God.
I won't let.
After hours away.
I won't have. It's only a couple dollars, so I guess not a huge loss.
I didn't realize she threw it away already. I had no.
No,
fucking clue.
that's cool. I'll do something. Maybe you guys, if you guys want to look up some movie trivia and quiz me, and then if I get something wrong, I could eat some beans. I think that would be pretty interesting. But we got some fun stuff to do today. So I think what we're gonna do is this will be the end of the like pre-show stuff, and then we'll get right into like introducing it as a regular episode. How's that sound? Does that sound good?
I don't.
Should we
I
do
don't
that?
like it.
You don't like it?
No, go ahead. No, go please.
All right, here we go.
I mean,
Goodbye.
see you guys.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dissect That Film podcast, a podcast that dissects the good, the bad, and the ugly of cinema. I am your host, Brett Parker. Joining me, as always, are my wonderful co-hosts, Dan and Angela.
Hello.
Guys, can you believe it? 4 years ago, I decided to start a podcast, and I asked you guys to join as guests for the first 9 episodes. And now look at us. We're all here together. You guys are full-on co-hosts. You've been full-on co-hosts for almost 4 years. But as a whole, the show has gone through some changes in the lineup, as we just discussed. We've discussed over like 250 movies. We have over 200 core episodes of the Dissect That Film podcast, which is the podcast that started it all. We've started like 3 or 4 different side podcasts that are included with Dissect That Film. We have the Monster Zone, which is our like sister show, which we do once or twice a month. That's hosted by Dan and Angela.
Yeah.
We do Slice of TV still. That's still currently going. It's not as often as usual, but we're still doing it. And currently we're doing The Last of Us, which has been a lot of fun. We had a new release movie little show called see, I don't even remember what it was called because we haven't done it in so long. It's called Fresh Cuts. Thank you, Dan. I literally, as you say it, I was like, oh yeah, it's that. That was it. It's been so long since we've done one. I don't remember the name. But yeah, we had that. And so we've done like over 300 pieces of content in the Dissect That Film bubble. And here we are, 4 years later, still doing it, still having a good time. At least I hope we're all having a good time still.
I'm still thinking of ways to make an ass out of myself.
Oh, that's
I mean, that's up to the audience to determine if I'm succeeding. So
Exactly.
I'm trying. I'm still having fun. To answer your question, yes.
That's good. That's good. Hey, thank you to everybody who's. Angela didn't say anything. She doesn't know.
No, she didn't say she was having fun.
This is where she comes out with the announcement, like, guys, this is it for me.
She's like, I'm done with the podcast, and the marriage is over.
Hey!
Just walks
No!
out. Oh my god!
The double whammy.
sure.
Getting you in the kidneys.
No.
Might as well make it count.
Kidney shots.
Yeah, if you do leave me,
Maybe
make
only
sure
the
you
good
really
ones
nail
are
me on
left.
the kidney, so mom doesn't get the other one.
Daniel Collins, thank you so much. We appreciate you. For anyone who doesn't know, Daniel Collins was on our latest episode of the Dissect That FIlm podcast, where we talked about a movie that probably not a lot of people know about, Underworld Blood Wars.
I didn't know.
So you
about
should
it.
check that out. You should check it out because it's a great episode, and Daniel Collins is a great guest. So, and he's got a great podcast you should check out. It's called Geeks with Beards Podcast. It is truly a geek's fever dream. So check it out.
Well, speaking of that, I was on the phone with my mother earlier, and she's like, "Oh, I listened to your newest episode on Blood War."
What?
I was like, "Sweet mom."
Your
I was like,
mom?
"Sweet mom." Dude, if only you knew. If only you knew.
That's great. My mom likes.
She's good stuff.
My mom likes the stuff I post on Facebook. And that's about it. I don't think she listens. And to be honest, I feel she would be like, "Oh my god, did he say that?" And it'd be about you, Dan. Oh, what?
That would be my parents.
You'd be like, "Oh my god, he's still friends with that guy?" The things that comes out of his mouth.
Parker, why do you still have him on your show? Like, sorry, mom, it's contractual.
You got to fulfill the contract. He's still got a year left. Can't kick him off yet.
That's all you got is a year.
Sorry, they'll phase me out for another guy. His name's David, so it's pretty close.
No, it's like Jan.
Jan.
Van.
Hey, Jan. Van, please. The Van Owen.
Like Van Owen. But yeah, we got some fun stuff in store tonight. We're gonna be doing some more trivia where Dan and Angela are gonna quiz me on some movie questions, and if I fail, I'm going to endure myself into some more of these delicious Bean Boozled beans that I had a lot of yesterday during our live stream for the Cure segment. Also, just to let everybody know, the link to donate to live stream for the Cure is down in the description of the live stream. So if you would like to donate and really help a great cause, please do so. Any amount is helpful. If you can't do that, please share it. The event is over, but you can still donate for, I think, as long as you want. I don't know when the link shuts down, but the link is in the description of this live stream. So please, if you can, I wish I knew when people would donate though, because I would love to add them to our list for our giveaway that we mentioned yesterday during the live stream, which I have a couple names for the drawing. So we'll have to do that at some point during the show. We also have a Q&A that we're going to do. We asked the wonderful people in our Discord to send us some questions to ask on the show, and we'll give you the best answers we can. That's
right.
That's the best we could do for you. And then, yeah, we're just going to, talk about what we've been doing on the show for the last 4 years, like what maybe if we can remember some of our fondest memories of what we've done in the past, and look forward to what we're going to be doing, at least in the next year, which we kind of have a slight idea of some of the things we're going to be talking about. So yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff to do today. And yeah, we would love to see you guys in the chat, chatting it up, giving us some questions. You guys can send us some questions in the chat as well. So
great.
That would be fantastic. And then we have quite a few questions. I have to make sure I find all of the questions here. Since Daniel Collins is in the chat, I will ask the first question, which was asked by Daniel, where he says, what is a franchise you want to cover next season? So next season, we do seasons by year. That's kind of how we do it. We don't really talk about like what season we're in, but we do have seasons now because the first 180 episodes were season 1, and then we're like, let's actually do seasons.
Yep.
So we're technically in season 3, even though we should be in like season 5 or 6 because we've been with the way that we've been doing it. Oh my God, look at everybody coming in. We got Doom Generation. We got Give Me Back My Action horror movies. We got, and then of course, and then Steve shows up again because he's been here. So we love you. We love everybody here. Yeah, Double Steve. Thank you so much. I like Cajun seasons. Cajun seasoning's good. Not from Five Guys though. Five Guys Burgers and Fries Cajun season. Sometimes they put too much on them. It's overwhelming. You just a little bit. We don't need like the half of the shaker on the fries. Okay. I want to actually taste. They're all
that good to begin with, and honestly,
yeah,
I'm not a big Five Guys guy.
I like Tony's.
Their burgers are good. I enjoy their burgers. I don't have them a lot, but once in a while it does hit the spot. But so next season would be 2026. We don't really have anything planned. So originally the next franchise we were going to cover was going to be Lord of the Rings because it was part of our vote from the last poll that we did on Patreon where Underworld won. And I said, maybe the next one will be Lord of the Rings. Well, I decided that we're going to push it to next year because next year will be the 25th anniversary of Fellowship. And just for you. Yeah, just for Dan. We had to move it because of an anniversary. Listen, Dan can have all the issues he wants about the anniversaries, but sometimes it's helpful. Sometimes it gets more people's eyes on things. All right, that's why I do it. It's not like every movie we cover on the show has like a significant anniversary, but sometimes I like to do it. So Lord of the Rings will probably be the next franchise we do, and it'll just be the original. The Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings trilogy. In the original Hobbit. Oh yeah, in the animated Hobbit. Yeah, we'll do the.
You really need that. You kind of need that forebear. I feel.
So, and the way that I want to do it is I want to split it in 2 episodes. Like each movie be split up in 2 episodes because these episodes are going to be long. And to be honest, since they have extended editions, I feel like I have to watch the extended editions. Because so sorry. like I know it's like, oh yeah, we'll just do the theatrical cuts. Like, no, if there's an extended cut, I probably should watch it to kind of get the entire thing. So, but that's something where I feel like I'm gonna have to watch the movie multiple times. I'm gonna have to really like I want it to not be just like half-assed. I'm hit or miss on Harry Potter.
Do it.
We'll see. That's a we'll see franchise. And
maybe.
As much as I don't want to get into why I'm hesitant about doing the franchise, I don't want to get into why I'm hesitant about doing the franchise. But
that's like getting a we'll see from your parents and it never happens.
I brought up Harry Potter years ago, and I respect his reasonings if we don't end up doing it. I'm not like a big Harry Potter like hardcore fan, but I enjoy the movies when I watch them.
Yeah.
And it just feels like an obvious answer. My only rebuttal to that is we've done at least a movie with that one pedophile guy that was in Howard the Duck and Beetlejuice.
Oh, Jeffrey Jones.
Which, no offense, in my opinion, if you like, you could be like whatever phobic all you want, but like literally a child molester is way worse. Just saying. So it's whatever. I'm just throwing it out there. Don't hold your breath.
Listen,
you'll die.
I said maybe. I didn't throw it out. I didn't throw it out and say we'll never do it. If we do anything, we may cover the first one next year because that one is also going to be hitting that 25th anniversary at some point next year. So maybe we'll cover the first one, and maybe every year we can cover one of the movies. Joey!
It's the man.
Your bro's here.
I get excited when
Thanks,
Joey
man. Rocky. Ooh, that's a franchise I've literally seen 2 movies out of that entire franchise.
Ooh,
I'm just not the first one and 4.
Yeah.
I'm not into sports movies. I just can't get into them. Right. And I get it. It's not just about boxing. Like it's about, I'll feel like I'm about to be attacked for what I just said, but
you're fine. Okay, different topic.
I'm not a Potter fan, but I would listen to you guys talk about them. Listen, I you know what? I'm gonna put it at like a. I don't think I want to cover the entire franchise like we do with like like what if we like we did with Pirates, what we did with Jurassic Park, like where it was like once a week we were doing it. Like even with Underworld, we had a couple. Like I think if we covered Sorcerer's Stone next year, and then maybe every couple months we cover one to kind of spread them out, to kind of because I feel like if you cover them all together like over the course, like there's 8 movies right in the Harry Potter franchise.
A lot.
That's a lot. That's 8 weeks. And I feel like after a while, people are just going to be like, I don't know if, like, just maybe the interest just goes down since it's every week. Be like, oh, man. Because I know, like, Tony at Hack the Movies, he doesn't cover, when he covers franchises, he covers them, like, he spreads them out. He'll cover a movie, he'll cover, like, 2 or 3 movies in between, then he'll cover the next one in the franchise, and, you know, or he'll cover multiple franchises at the same time and kind of space them all separately. So maybe that's what we do going forward. Because to be honest, after doing Underworld, and I had a blast doing Underworld, I think it was too much Underworld. And when you get to the 4th movie, you're kind of like, oh, God, we still have 2 more of these. And it gets to the point where you're just tired of it. You just want to cover something else. And I had a blast covering all 5 of those movies because we had great guests for them. But I'm like, after doing Underworld, I'm like, what should we do next? Like, how should we do the next franchise? Like, instead of it the way we used to do it back in the day. Because, like, when this show first started, we did the Monsterverse, and we did all the movies that were in the Monsterverse at that point. Then we did Jaws. We did all 4 Jaws movies in the franchise, and then we did the 5th one that Dan suggested. So we technically did 5 Jaws movies all at once. Then we did all of the Resident Evil movies. We didn't take a break in between that. It was literally 6 Resident Evil movies. And then, you know, Jurassic Park, we kind of split them up.
Thank you for not inviting us.
Rambo. Rambo's another. Definitely, Rambo, I think, would be a good one to cover.
We just need to do Twilight.
Like I said, I mean, I want to be doing this show for a long time. No, dude, I want to do it so bad. Because I just want... I really just want to talk about a movie that we... As much as I don't like talking about movies I hate, like, to a degree, I think it'll be fun to go through one like Twilight and just be like, what the is that? People need to expect that it's gonna be a grilling more than anything.
Yeah. Don't expect admiration. I just have my one story for the last one, which we'll cover when we get there. So.
But like Fast and Furious, Steve just mentioned Fast and Furious, said he'd come on for any or all episodes. That's another one. If I were to cover Fast and Furious, which is fun. The funny thing is you guys have mentioned like 3 or 4 franchises that all their first movies came out in 2001. It's like Lord of the Rings, Fast and Furious, Harry Potter. They all came out in 2001.
Shit.
You got invited.
Twilight would be hilarious. Dan could come on my show during Twilight.
Listen,
are you really going to cover Twilight on your show?
If you ever...
No, I think he's inviting him while we do Twilight.
No, listen.
So he doesn't have to.
No, it says Dan could come on my show.
So he doesn't. Oh, so he doesn't have to be on the show for Twilight.
Okay, yeah,
that's not happening.
No. He is going to be handcuffed to the table, so where he cannot leave.
Hold on. I'm a shill. So, like, if you ever wanted to lower the quality of your show by inviting me on, just let me know. But I will pour myself out readily. So, just so you know.
Bye. Thank you for stopping by. I would say have fun at work, but
thanks.
That would be...
Yeah, it's work.
Yeah, just hopefully your day goes by fast.
Hey, I have a caveat.
What?
I have a caveat. If we do Transformers, I know you will agree with this one. I have to do the animated one.
So we are going to do Transformers next year because the original is 45 or 40 next year.
Oh my gosh! You're making me feel old. I turned 40 this year.
Hold on, hear me out.
And I remember when Transformers was.
Yes, well, it's been around.
I know, but it was around heavily in our house.
Yeah, that's fair. So what I'm saying is, I'll do it, but I get to sleep through Revenge of the Fallen.
No.
No, you have to watch it with both eyes open.
I'll tape your eyelids open so you cannot fall asleep.
There's too much enemy scrotum in that movie for me. I just can't deal.
That freaking movie. So, yeah, a lot of great suggestions. Thank you guys thank you, Daniel, for that question. That was a good one. Our next question is from Old Man Brad, who says, "Why is Parker so bad at these things?" Because I am. Well, because I said because my post was just saying I was bad at these things. So I am. I'm a poor planner. I am a person who does everything last second. So that means I'm a procrastinator, and I've been like that my entire life. So the fact that this show has made it, 4 years, over 200 episodes, and we've, other than the times we take breaks, we have consistently been out every week, blows my mind. Like today, the Monster Zone episode has to go out tomorrow. What does Parker still have to do? Half of the Monster Zone editing. So that's what I'll be doing after this live stream.
Dude, begin and chop it down, release it.
That's ultimately what I did. There's a few little images sprinkled in there because, to be honest, I don't own the movie digitally, which would have been the best thing to get clips and stuff, but I don't have it, and trying to find anything on Google or like Google search is like impossible. You literally type in anything for Yongari and it's like just pictures of Yongari. There's nothing with the human characters that I'm like, well, I can't add that. Well, okay, guess you're not getting images, guys. You're just getting us talking about it.
Yeah, you just got to imagine the rectal bleeding.
Exactly. You can't see the actual effect of the blood seeping into the water.
Yes.
I'm a Transformers host, so I'm there for the episode of 1986 movie. There's a guy that I work with that is a massive Transformers fan. Like he is to Transformers, the original Transformers movie, as I am to Jaws. Anytime a new version of the 86 movie comes out, he buys it. He has a massive Transformers toy collection, like massive. It's wild stuff. So I feel that'll be an episode he'll enjoy at some point when we get to it. But yeah, that is definitely a franchise. I know last year I talked about possibly covering Transformers this year, but then I was like, no, I think it would be good to start Transformers next year for the 40th anniversary of the original animated film. So yeah, that was definitely my mindset, was we need to cover the original animated film. It was not like when we covered Batman and we decided not to do the Batman 66 movie because I'm not a fan. Like, I'm not a fan of it. Maybe at some point we'll cover it, but I didn't care to include it with the rest of the Batman movies. Which
2031. That'll be another anniversary.
There you go. Jaws reference. Take a shot.
Yeah.
I only have so much to drink.
I mean, there's gonna be more because I'm gonna be talking about the fun trip I'm gonna be taking at the end of June. So
in this tiny rocket ship.
In my tiny rocket ship. So yeah, I'm just bad at things. It's just how it goes. So, but thank you for all being here and dealing with my unprepared ass. All right, our next question is from Nicole from Doom Generation Podcast. She asks, how did y'all meet? What made you decide to start a podcast? And how did you decide what the show would be about? Okay, well, first question, how did we all meet? Would one of you, Angela, would you like to answer that question?
Through Twitch.
Yes.
Streaming.
Me and Angela met first. We were streamers, and we streamed on Twitch, and we kind of joined this little streamer. This little streamer community that had a bunch of awesome people in it. It was led by somebody who doesn't need to be mentioned, and yeah, we all, even when everything kind of fell apart with that person, we all stayed friends, and and then I later met Dan through it all, and
sorry.
Yeah, that's ultimately how we became friends. And then, when I started the podcast with my brother 4 years ago, it was ultimately we decided to just turn the conversations that we would have on movies into a podcast. Like, me and my brother, when we would watch movies, we would just do like MST3K style stuff, which Dan and Angela's mentioned many times is how they watch movies together, and that's just how we do it. Like especially if they're movies we've seen before, we talk through them because we already know what's going to happen, but it's cool to have that commentary. And so I decided to I literally was like, hey, what do you think about recording ourselves doing this and, turn it into a podcast? And he was on board. The original name, for anyone who doesn't know, Dissect That FIlm wasn't the first name for the podcast. It was actually the Parker Chronicles, because it was me and my brother, and that's our last name. And it was a cool name. And then when things changed and my brother had to leave the show, Dan and Angela filled in for a couple episodes. And then when he fully left the show, I asked them to become the co-hosts. And I said, well, I don't want to continue the show with that name because that kind of references me and my brother. I want a name that, is good for, everybody. And, even if down the road, Dan and Angela have to step away or whatever happens, somebody can come in and I don't have to change the name. Like the name can always stay the same. And so even with the old name, my Twitter handle was Dissect That FIlm, because that's what we did. We were doing the same thing on the other, on that show. Like the show never changed. But I was like, you know what? That's a cool name. I like it. No,
Trust me, for a long time, I thought his name was Parker. Just saying.
Yes.
Parker.
Listen, my name is Parker. All right. That's what I've been called for a long time. The only person who doesn't call me that is my wife and my kids and certain people. They call me by my first name. But in high school, like middle school, high school, even at work, like when I worked at Walmart, there was a bunch of people who just called me Parker, even though my badge didn't say that. I wish I could have just changed it, but I couldn't. But yeah.
I think it was when I think your brother said your first name, and I was like, wait a minute.
Well, yeah, because when the show originally started, I was going by my Twitch handle because we were just streaming on Twitch. Like the first 5 episodes of the show, we just streamed on Twitch, and then I had the audio files kind of like tucked away, and they weren't on podcast services. They weren't on YouTube. We streamed on Twitch, and that was it. And then it was like a month after we officially started, I was like, you know what? I'm going to drop these on a pod service. And I joined Podbean, and the rest is history. I dropped the first 5 episodes like the same day. And then, we kept going from there. But, we've been Dissect That FIlm since episode 19 was the first episode, which was Jurassic Park. And then we kept going, and we're here. This is technically episode 204, because this will be the newest episode of the show. You'll get a new movie episode the week after. So this will be audio version, and an edited video version will be out on Friday. And then the week after, you'll get the next episode for a movie, which we recorded last week. So that it's sitting in the can right now. Next, you're going to tell me Dan's real name is Eugene.
Maybe.
You'll never know.
Yep. We hang out in person, then you'll know.
Mm-hmm. And how did I decide what the show would be about? Like I said, it was literally just turning it was like me and my brother would do commentary tracks on the movies, and then that's ultimately what we do here, to a degree. I mean, I take notes and I break down the plots. It's kind of a commentary track. We go into detail on like all the different things that go on in the movie. So it's changed slightly over the course of 4 years, but I think it's been consistently the same. And that's why a lot of our episodes are long, because when you have, especially since we started taking guests, which I think I don't think we had guests until over a year after the show started. So
I think so.
Oh, maybe some early. I think it was some of the, like, I know we had Leanne on the show for a couple episodes. My brother came back to do a couple guest spots on the show. So like people who had been on the show before, people that we knew through streaming and stuff like that. That was our first guest. And then when we started making friends in the podcast world, I think our first ever guest was Justin from Epic Film Guys. when he came on to do Batman Returns. So, and then then we met Charlie and the gang over at Give Me Back My Action horror movies. They came on to do the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. That was a very long episode because we had the three guys over there, and then us three, so there were 6 people, and then I'm going through so it's a lot. So that's why I always tell people, if you want to be a guest on the show, please listen to an episode, because it can go long. And so and I will never be offended if I ask somebody to be on the show and they're like, I can't because your show could go long. And it's like, yeah, it's understandable. I'm not gonna be offended. Don't, please, never just say yes to say yes. I do that way too much when it comes to people asking you to be on the show, and it's like, yes, I would love to. Yes, I would love to. Then I look at my calendar. I'm like, I have like 6 guest spots, and I don't have time to do my own stuff. It's like overwhelming. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta plan things better. So I hope that answered all those questions. Thank you so much to Nicole for that one. I think we got some. I think she asked a couple more, but we're gonna go through the list here. Our next one is from Old Man Brad. It says, okay, never mind. That wasn't a question. Actually, next one is from Nicole. She asked, do you each have a favorite episode or a top 3 from each? I've always talked about how much I love our Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer episode.
Yeah, no.
It truly was a blast of an episode. As much as I love having guests on the show, it's always a blast to have other people's perspectives on the movies we talk about. But to be honest, nothing beats when it's just us 3 talking about a movie. Like the old school. It just feels like it should be. As I feel like I'm offending somebody, and I apologize, because like I said, I love having people on the show. I love having guests. But that was an episode where it was us 3, and we talked about a Christmas movie, a Rankin Bad movie. It was probably at the time the oldest movie we had ever covered on the show. It was 1964, and it was just a blast because we tore that movie apart. As much as we love it, like, Santa's a dick, and we made sure to fully put it out there that Santa Claus and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer sucks. He sucks. So that's one of my favorites. I'd have to think. So if you guys have an answer, shoot it.
I thoroughly enjoyed The Year Without Santa Claus, just because I got to be Heat Miser.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was another great one.
That was a lot of fun.
The Beetlejuice episode and Beetlejuice was great because Angela at both times dressed up as Beetlejuice, and
gotta get green hair back.
It was I know, either that or the purple. I make sure every time somebody does a logo for us that you have purple hair. I don't care that you haven't had it in a long time. I make sure that you have the
somebody else. Somebody else commented. They're like, I miss the purple hair, and I'm like, so do I. I'm just so lazy.
Life hits you, and you gotta
find
a way around.
You have to be at work at 5:30 in the morning. It's
that definitely can make it hard.
I'm actually going to be not too far off the rest of you. I just love all the Rankin and Bass Christmas movies we've done.
They're great.
I love hanging out with you guys, and I love making this like alternate reality lore that I have behind all of them about how they're really just horrible. And then just when we did the newest one, I think we did, what was it? Santa Claus is Coming to Town last year. If you sit on my lap today, I just it's fucking great. And Santa's a dick in that too.
Yeah,
he's just
not as bad. He's not as bad as Rudolph.
No, but he sucks in all. Even the Year Without a Santa Claus, he's like, those kids. I'm taking a vacation. Like, we're dying, Santa. We miss you. Like, piss off.
Shut up, kid.
Pretty much.
Johnny Browning, thank you so much.
Hey.
One of our OGs. We met Johnny is one of the OGs we met back when we were streaming before Dissect That Film was even a thing. Johnny has been integral to Dissect That Film over the years. He introduced us to the wonderful guys over at Movie Dumpster, who went from just a podcast I remember Johnny talking about all the time to becoming friends with the two guys over there, and having them on a few episodes over the years, and kind of forming a friendship. It's been been awesome. Speaking of top episodes for me, I mean, to be honest, I want to say, like, not to, I feel like I'm cheating here, but any episode where it was like the first time we got to hang out with a certain podcast. So like the first time we got to hang out with Movie Dumpster, Anaconda, freaking love that episode.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake with the guys from Give Me Back My Action horror movies. Now that's a show that's also gone through some changes, some lineup changes. You know, Anna, you know, going from the podcast she was on before and being a permanent member of that show. Also, she's a permanent member of the Baron's Hideout podcast, which when we first met Dustin from the Baron's Hideout podcast, he was by himself at that time. I think to know him early on and where he was to now he's got himself, Dustin from the Flicks and Friends podcast is now a permanent member of that show. Anna's a permanent member of that show. I got to meet them in person a couple weeks ago down in Salem, which was an awesome experience. So yeah, you know, just and getting to hang out with Anna for the first time, when we got to hang out with her when she was on her original show when we talked about The Craft, that was great. And I've worked with her quite a bit, you know, talking about TV shows, and it's been great, you know, meeting Justin for the first time, who was our technical, like, he was our first like big time guest. He was like one of the first big podcasts to follow us on Twitter and to be able to like do shows with him. And we got to talk about some pretty wild movies. You know, Batman Returns was probably the best of the three we've talked about. He joined us for Spawn, and then he sat with us for 3.5 hours to talk about Godzilla 98, which if you're willing to sit on a podcast for 3.5 hours talking about a movie like Godzilla 98 and you want to come back on our show after that, then I feel like we're doing something right. Like, we may not be great, but I think we're doing something right. As I was speaking about Dustin from Flicks and Friends, you know, meeting him, a few years back, you know, he joined us and introduced us to a movie that I love. I know there's somebody in this chat who's not a fan of it, but we talked about Behind the Mask, Rise of Leslie Vernon, all those years ago. And we've done a lot of shows with Dustin and Paul, and we're going to have them on soon enough to talk about some movies. And yeah, it's just like, I think when you talk about like specific episodes, it's hard because like I said, we've done over 200 episodes, and like trying to remember, you know, oh yeah, I remember this one being amazing. And it's like, anytime we had guests, they were great. And you know, I don't think I've ever had an experience on this show with a guest where I was like, I don't feel that was good. I always judge myself and say that things aren't good. Like like for myself, like I don't think I was good on that show. But I would not. But I don't think I've never had a bad experience with a guest on our show. So, thank you. Anything else from you guys?
No, I think you nailed it.
see. He knows who he is. Not like it behind the mask.
Hey, you weren't called out. You'd called yourself out. Just saying.
But yeah, it's I mean, I really enjoy some of the early episodes. I loved going through the Jurassic Park trilogy, the original trilogy. That was our first 3 episodes as Dissect That Film. I think those are really good episodes, even, you know, in those early times, you know, talking about, and then, you know, jumping into the world episodes were pretty fun. You know, meeting Darren Lundberg and dragging him on the show to talk about Jurassic World Dominion for his first episode for 3 hours. And
the best.
Man. Yeah, I think, you know, just meeting some awesome people in the community who are willing to come on our show when it's in my eyes. And, you know, even when I edit episodes, I'm like, yeah, are we really even that good? Like, why do people want to hang out with us? Or more me.
I'm just here with you guys. Like, so I like just cutting it up with you guys. I figure if people watch and they enjoy it, good. Like, I'm just being myself doing this shit. So,
all right, next question is from Charlie from Give Me Back My Action horror movies. He asks, why do you hate Hulk Hogan so much? Do you want the real answer?
Come on, brother, tell us.
I feel like people should know why I don't like Hulk. I don't like Hulk Hogan, the person. His movies are entertaining. Some of them are entertaining. That's why I was willing to do No Holds Barred. And like, I'm willing to cover other Hulk Hogan movies on the show. I don't like Hulk Hogan, the person. And I'm not going to get into politics or any of that stuff. But if you want to put 2 and 2 together, whatever. I'm not going to get into it too deep. That is that. I mean, simple as that. I don't like him as a person. Early episodes are always good. You can't forget the early days. Exactly. So, I mean, even though I do, because my memory is terrible.
Oh, I hear that.
All right. Next question is from Old Man Brad. Charlie, I hope that answered your question. I like I said, I don't want to get into like controversial opinions or whatever, so we'll keep it at that. Is there anything? This one is from Old Man Brad. He asked quite a few questions in this post, but here we go. Is there anything from those early days you'd love to do again? Don't rush into it. Plan it out better. The thing is I don't think my plan was to get to this point. Like, I don't think initially when I hopped in, I didn't think it was going to last. I thought I was either going to get bored with it or things were going to happen and then I was just going to give up. But Dan and Angela actually helped big time get me to the point past that hump to push on and continue to go, you know, now where we're at now. But
Pulled the whip out.
Yeah. They were very encouraging. They were always there when I needed help. And, you know, because I remember when it was like a last second, somebody couldn't be in an episode and I had to reach out to Dan like literally the day of an episode. And he was on there. And it's one of my least favorite episodes, not because of Dan, but because it was on a movie that I love so much and I shouldn't have covered it 5 episodes into a show. But it's gonna get a redo very soon. So, but yeah, it was just about, you know, people urging me to go on. Even the people who kind of were the effect of why I almost stopped doing it. You know, it was kind of like we talked and like they were able to be like, hey, no, you know, I know what I'm doing. You know, you need to keep going and figure it out. And so here we are, you know, 4 years later, you know, 200 episodes in and we're still doing it. So,
yep.
But yeah, not rushing. Also, I wish I didn't start video so early. Early on, we were doing live streams. So it was like we had to do video because we were live streaming. But I wish I didn't start the YouTube channel until like a couple years into the show. Like, I wish we were just audio only. The problem is as much as I'd like to just be like, yeah, we're going to go just to audio only going forward, we have, like, our YouTube channel's actually grown significantly over the course of the last, like, year and a half. Like, we've been seeing steady numbers. It's not, like, crazy views. Like, you know, we get, like, 100 views on a video, and I feel like that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know, we get, you know, a good amount. So we're getting eyes on the show through YouTube, and I don't want to take that away. And then, you know, because there are, I talk to people that are just strictly YouTube, that they just watch our show. They don't listen to the audio version, and that's okay. So I don't want to take that away from them and force them to do the other way. So I stay with the video form for that reason. But I wish I didn't start it until I was good at editing and I could make the videos better, if that helps. Next question is, what are some of the biggest things you've learned on the journey? Don't focus on the numbers. Have fun doing what you're doing. Like, you can look at the numbers and be proud of what you're doing through, you know, when you're looking at like your podcast numbers, you know, download numbers, you looking at your YouTube and, you know, your views and likes and all that stuff. But if you let that control you, you're not going to have a good time. If you're trying to do this as a job, good for you. But I never viewed this as like, oh, I could make this my career. It's not going to happen. I talk about movies, like, and I could always change the trajectory of the show to appeal to what people mostly want from movie conversations. but that's not what the show is. And I don't want to change the show based on what people, who are watching, like these people who are reviewing like new movies and stuff like that. Like, that's just not what we are. Like, we used to cover new movies. We don't anymore because, Dan and Angela's theater that they used to go to all the time closed down, so they have to travel more, and I don't make it to the theater as much anymore. And so we were just like, yeah, let's just focus on the stuff we can control. And there's been different things. I think that's the most important thing, is just have fun with the show. Like, whatever you're doing, if you want to get into podcasting, first and foremost, have a passion for what you're going to be talking about and have fun. Because if you let the numbers control you, or you try to fall into a niche that you may not enjoy, you're not going to last, and it's not going to be fun. They say, like, most podcasts don't make it past like 10 or 12 episodes. So we've surpassed that by a lot. And yeah, like I said, we don't pull in crazy numbers. Like, we're not getting thousands of downloads, from like not every episode is getting thousands of downloads. But what we're doing is, every week we're having a good time talking about movies. And, I think we've done pretty well for 4 years. I think I think we just hit 42,000 downloads on the show, which is, in a 4-year span, that's like 10,000 downloads a year, which, people could do that in probably 2 weeks on like some bigger ones. Yep. Which is like, it's cool, and they have a niche and they're sticking to it and they're doing a great job with that. And I don't want to be like, oh, so they're doing this, maybe I should do that too. Like, I think one of the biggest things that a lot of people don't even point out to us, but that I've noticed with shows that actually do pull in like these massive numbers, is like profanity. We've tried on a couple episodes. It just doesn't work because this is the thing. We are being who you see on the episode is who we are. Like, we're not putting on a facade. Like, we could have maybe a little bit more self-control, but what's the fun in that? Like, it's like, I'd rather let's just talk the way we talk. Sometimes I do have to censor Dan because Dan can go a little too far, but that's just how it is. True. And then any long-term listeners have known, like, that's just Dan. I'm not gonna tell him, there is a limit, right? But we're being our true selves, and that's just how it's going to be. That's how we talk. Like, it's what we're talking as friends. That's how I would talk with my friends. Like, swears come out, like, swear a lot,
yep.
Yeah.
Especially when you're friends.
Adults.
So like,
Shocking.
This is just a natural conversation between friends. So if you don't like, if that's something you guys are just not a big like fan of, like, I apologize, but it's just how it is. Captain America level speech right there. Thank you. I'm an uncut episode listener. I know. Thank you so much. I'm glad somebody enjoys the uncut episodes. They're fun. I think it was definitely something that I had wanted to do for a long time. And it was, instead of doing, like, when we would do the early access episodes, you guys would be getting the episode that everybody else would get, but you would just get it early. But it means I'd have to edit way earlier. And so if I just released the core stuff for you guys, you guys get to hear everything, so, and I'm glad, Daniel Collins was definitely a advocate for it. So I just said, fuck it, I'm going to continue doing it. But speaking of the Patreon, there is stuff I have planned for the higher tiers. There is a $3 tier. And I do have some ideas on things to make that $3 tier more worth it for you guys down the road. Even if it's a bonus episode a month or something like that, just something quick. We have ideas. And like I said, any of you $3 tier members have any ideas you'd like to shoot at us for something you'd like to see on the Patreon, let us know. Or if any of you who are on the Patreon right now who would be like, hey, I would go up to the $3 tier if you did this, let us know. Like I said, we don't have a lot of it. That's like, we barely have time to do what we do now for the show. But if it's something we can control and something we can do, kind of like, hey, let's sit down for a half hour. Like, we can get together for a half hour, 45 minutes, and just like do a quick, episode on a trash movie or something like that. I think we could all make that work. If it's once a month,
Hand jobs all around.
Got to do what you got to do. I'll
They're
never
quick,
censor you,
dude.
Dan. See, I think Charlie's just trying to get you to be a part of his show because
Dude, if
he
he-
won't censor you.
No,
Listen,
not
because
allowed.
America, baby. Like, listen, if you want me on, bro, just holler at me. Like, Dan, I want you to do this movie. Like, all right.
Charlie's that friend who will happily break up a friendship.
Okay, I'm not leaving this show.
As
first
long
off.
as he's not breaking up a marriage, we're good.
Listen, ask Dan. I have only had to cut like in the 4 years we've worked together. I've only had to cut maybe 3 or 4 things total, and it was one
I
of those.
exaggerate.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's not like every episode I'm like, oh damn, no, it's a whole section of Dan I gotta cut out of that.
I gun for the 1-star reviews, but I push the line until Parker is like, I know I've gone too far when Parker cuts it, but I like to tread that line because it's fun, like, you know.
And the episode coming up next after this is our weird science episode, and that is one I may have to do some trimming because that one got out of control.
Yes,
Out of control.
a little bit.
Marriage is sacred. Absolutely.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
you
do
can't
have
have him, he's
I do have a
mine.
suggestion of something we can do. I don't know if you want me to mention it now or after.
go for it.
Of what we
This
can-
is there's no structure here. Just shoot.
Oh, I know.
Just shoot.
Okay, I want to do a watch along once a month.
That would be cool. You go like
On the
like
$3
for
tier?
like the Patreon.
Yeah, just I don't know, just like on a set for or whatever day works best, like a Friday night or some shit. I don't know, whatever. Just
Yeah.
one time a month, pick it. Just do
Yeah,
it.
I just got to figure.
Like
Yeah, if I can
Easter
figure out how to
egg.
do like a live stream watch along. I know Movie Dumpster does
Yeah.
those, so I'll have to like
Okay.
figure out. I'll have to get with them and try to figure out how we could get that to work. And I'm down for it. Let's do it. That'd be a blast.
Yeah,
we
right.
did movie nights in Discord.
Free speech.
When we did our movie nights.
Everybody's attacking
Yes.
me now.
No, well, maybe Daniel Collins talk about himself.
Oh, all right.
He could be. It's interchangeable.
Listen, Daniel was just on the show. I didn't have to censor anything he said. He was a good boy.
Maybe he just.
I don't even think
he's
he's.
being nice.
I don't even think he swore that entire episode.
He's a good kid.
He may
No,
have.
he's a good
He may
chap.
have. It may have
He's a
been
good
like a
kid.
quick one I missed, but like I said, swearing. Who cares? Who cares?
Not your fault.
So the next one from Brad is: where do you see yourselves with the show at the big 5-year or even 10-year and beyond? I mean, to be honest, I just want to keep going. I just want to keep doing what we're doing, and of course, as you know, I feel we're getting bigger. I like to take suggestions, especially from people that are in the Patreon, people who are in the Discord, who are, most of them are in the Patreon. You have suggestions on things you like to include, and not like the core show itself, but like, for instance, a great example is if you listen to Give Me Back My Action horror movies, they have a lot of things at the end of their show, like best kill, just like categories, like your favorite kill, number of kills. Like there's a bunch of different like end of show stuff that they do over there. And if you're not listening to them, you should do that. Like it's a
You
great
should.
show, great guys. And Anna's the leader of that group. Charlie can say whatever he wants, but Anna is slowly becoming the leader of all the podcasts she's a part of. And I'm so jealous that we didn't get her as part of our show before those guys grabbed her. But I don't want to ask her now because then it would be that'd be 3 podcasts for her. I don't want to do that to her. Angela's
Dude,
like, damn it, we could add another
chloroform-
woman on the show.
Wouldn't be outnumbered anymore.
Yeah, chloroform and some rope goes a long
But,
way, dude. I'm just telling you.
If there's something like that you would like us to do, like some like awards or something, like there's a podcast I listen to called Bad Movies Rule. Great podcast. They're like, when you think of like bigger podcasts, they're like up and coming. Like I think they just hit 1 million downloads like last month, and they've been going just as long as us. So it's like there's a way you can do it in the podcast world to get numbers like that. And it's like I want to say like, oh man, I'm jealous. But it's like, no, they're doing fucking great things. They know exactly what they're doing over there, and they're a great show. They're hilarious, and they have awards at the end of their show. They have like it's like the Steven Seagal like was it Trash Can of Dirt Award, which is like the worst performer in the movie, like who's the the worst actor in said movie. And what
What the- we don't want Pete.
Oh no! I like Pete. We love
No,
Pete here.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I want us on this side to have a better setup. Like,
We have a cat,
yeah, he keeps hitting me with his freaking tail.
and he's also stinky.
But I want us to have a better setup.
We're working at it.
We're getting.
At some point, I would
But I
like to do
want-
the same.
I want things back here to be more reflective of what we're talking about.
Yes.
Like what I transformed my spine
Yeah.
into.
But
I love this little
This
spot.
is our room, so we have to be a little bit more.
We can make it
meticulous.
work.
We can make it work.
Oh yeah, we can make it work.
But I want it to be more reflective of what we're doing.
More mirrors.
I am not putting. No, I already have to see my face.
You just put mirrors everywhere in your room.
Why do you think
Even
we're
the
just
floors?
looking at Parker? We are not
The
looking
ceiling,
At
like those hotels.
Yep.
us. Ugh.
Why is there a mirror? Yes. Yes.
I agree. I kind of like. I like my setup. I love my setup, but I want a better desk. I love this mic, but this mic, I've had this mic for the entirety, like almost the entire time the show's. No, I've literally had this mic the entire 4 years I've done this podcast, and then I used it for a good portion of my streaming. And I bought a new mic. I'm terrible with audio, and I want to make sure like things sound good. Like I want to invest. I kind of want to invest in some like really good audio equipment, and maybe get a better camera. Since we're doing video, I kind of want the videos to actually look a little bit better, and stuff like that. And I think my biggest thing for me personally is I need to be better organized. I need to get a new PC because this is my PC from streaming, and it's slow as shit. And I'm afraid one day it's just gonna shit the bed, and I'm gonna be like I don't know what to do. I need this to do things. I think investing in some new equipment, I think is kind of what I want to do too. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I would love to be able to meet more of you awesome people that I've met, on streaming or through the podcast. Like I'm going to be meeting Dan and Angela next year, finally in person, but also others. Like I said, I met the two Dustins and Anna a couple weeks ago in Salem. We got to hang out in person. It was a great time. And I want to be able to like meet more people, and I'd love to do like in-person podcast episodes. Like I'd love to be able to like finally do an episode where it's us three in the same room doing an episode. I think that would be great.
Yes.
So there's a lot of things I would love to do more. I would love to go to conventions and meet, maybe do interviews with some of the people at the conventions, or just, stuff like that. There's a lot of cool things that I want to do. It's just, I'm kind of restricted on how much I can do based on my personal life and stuff like that. So I just take advantage of what I can do at this moment. So that's where I see us going. It's so hard to look that far ahead because you never know. Like something could pop up and we'd have to stop, and it would suck. But you got to do what you got to do, especially when things come up in your life. So hopefully this show won't be ending anytime soon, though. Finally, Brad did say, I will say I'm coming up on year 9 and I'm having the freaking time of my life doing this. I'm so happy I've connected with so many amazing people like all of you. Brad, we are so happy we met you. And I'm so happy for what you're doing in your streaming life, or I keep saying streaming, in your podcasting life, with your change and in what your show is doing and all the interviews you're doing. Brad was just doing some, what is it called? What is it called when somebody like looks over a panel? Monitoring? No. What is it called?
Oh, like a moderator?
Moderator. Yeah, I couldn't think of it. Like he was moderating like a bunch of panels at a expo over in Ohio, like talking to some voice actors and actors. He's doing a lot of great things. So we're proud of Brad over here.
Yeah.
Johnny, you don't understand. I want to meet you because you're awesome. And I want to meet Dozer.
I just got like a mental image of like Johnny Like he's like walking in the woods at night, butt naked, except for the movie dumpster towel like wrapped around his waist. Like they shine a light on him, and just whoosh, he just turns, and it's the glare off his glasses. That's
I have wanted to meet Johnny since the story he told when we were still doing the streamer showcase.
about the hot dog.
No. It's something he had in his trunk of his car.
Ooh.
I don't know if you remember that, Parker.
That sounds like a legal thing.
No.
I don't know if I'd be involved.
No. And that is one thing that has made me never forget him. If he wants to share it, otherwise it will stay as a secret. That was very fun.
Our next question is from Charlie. He says, "Where on this teddy bear did Hogan touch you?"
This is a safe space.
Oh
my
man! Hey, there he is. Mikey's in the chat.
No, he did share it.
He likes it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, he was transporting corpses.
He's like, hold on, and he
No
leaves
disrespect.
and comes back.
Oh no! I hope they didn't open, and they were like I hope they were still contained.
We felt so bad because we thought he was joking. He's like, no, I'm not joking. I was like,
no.
oh my gosh, Johnny.
Just a friendly reminder, everybody. We were part of Livestream for the Cure yesterday. We had a great segment. We raised a few $100s for a great cause. And the link to donate for Livestream for the Cure is in the description of this live stream, because you can still donate to the cause even though the event is over. So if you can spare some change, please go click that link and drop a donation. We would love for you to do that. If you can't do that, perfectly okay. But please, if you could share the link, share the love, that we can spread the word for Livestream for the Cure, because next year we're gonna be back. We're gonna be doing more.
We have a year to prepare.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We had a great time. This was our third year doing it, and it was always a lot of fun. Well, for Dan, it was the second.
You missed out.
You missed last year.
Why was I not there?
I think you had a job or something. Like it was like the second thing. Yeah,
that sounds right.
Dustin from the Flicks and Friends podcast, the Baron's Hideout podcast, and the B Action podcast. Yes, I have to say every podcast he's on. He says, when are y'all covering the Mary-Kate and Ashley franchise? Or
no,
when are you covering Thunder in Paradise? Is that a Hulk Hogan movie?
It is. It's a series.
Oh God.
I always remember because it was like after wrestling.
I don't know, Dustin. I can't answer that question. To be honest, I feel like the Mary-Kate and Ashley thing would be a great like Patreon series. Like, I think that would be a great Patreon series. Like once a month, you guys, we get to talk about a Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. I can show my daughter the Mary-Kate and Ashley movie since she loves Full House.
See,
you're like, hey, there she is. There's little Michelle. But there's two of them. I don't even know if my daughter knows that they're twins. She's gonna like watch the movie and be like, oh, there's two of them? What's happening over there?
Oh, he's throwing things with his foot.
I just grabbed a pen and just went. Just whipped it.
Like,
I'm sorry.
Down.
I'm sorry.
Now I know where Ridley gets it from.
I apologize.
It's not.
Fellas, I'm still in the process of gluing my house back together, but I wanted to pop in and make sure you guys know I'm proud of you. Thank you so much, Mikey.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
We appreciate you.
Glue?
Yeah, make sure you use the best glue possible.
Hey, that one lady glued her hair to her head, so.
Gorilla Glue.
Oh God, don't do that. Daniel Collins has another one for us. He says, are there any movies you flat out refuse to cover?
Yes.
Okay. What?
Monster Squad.
Oh no, we're covering
You
that.
only
Fuck
do
off.
that out of spite.
Get out of here with that shit.
Because Stu wants you to watch it.
I had this guy harass me about it forever, and I just like I don't even communicate with him anymore. He was in our streams we used to do for video games, and it's just like a thing. I'm just like, no, I'm good. Like no Monster Squad for me. Like it's just like it was like kind of a joke, but I just kind of like dug my heels into it.
I got Dustin's not here right now. He'd be so mad.
It's like, I don't know, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Start another podcast? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
I think if there are any movies that I probably would bow out of, would probably anything past the first Saw or Hostel, or if you ever went through any of what's the other ones that I could never watch?
Terrifier?
Brandon and I
Death?
love Terrifier. Yes.
But you like
Faces
Terrifier,
of
but you
Death.
don't like Saw. You don't like the Saw movies?
I can't, because I would die.
Oh.
I'd be like, I can't do it. 'Cause
I actually-
I would be the one that would have to do it.
I actually do have.
couldn't.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
But Hostel, I think when the dude got his Achilles cut
Oof.
and he fell forward, I was like, nope, I'm done. I can't watch it anymore. I can't.
I have a legit answer, by the way.
All right,
Yeah.
go for it.
Was mine not legit?
No, I'm talking about me.
Okay, I
Yours
was
is a
about to
legit
say,
answer.
whoa.
But no, finish if you have any more.
No, like I could probably go back and rewatch some of them now that I've watched more horror movies. This is stuff that we watched when I first started really watching horror movies, because we watched Brandon and Tiffany Tina loved Faces of Death, and I was like, no, I cannot.
That's
watch.
not
I can't.
Faces of Death. Isn't that real shit?
But
No, it's not.
no,
Oh.
but I can't.
It's
I
portrayed to be
cannot.
that it's not.
Just some of this. Mm-mm.
Mine is I refuse to watch extremely depressing shows. Like if I hey, this show's really depressing, like I'm not watching it. I will 100% not watch
That's why he bowed out of the what was the
it. The one with the
letters?
cancer ladies, where
Yeah.
they all died of kids. Like no,
He's
not
like,
interested.
I can't do that.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. It was a great interview, great chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Or anything with kids having cancer. Stuff
No, anything like that. Like it's just like shit with kids bothers me, and like stuff that's like intentionally depressing. I don't enjoy that. I don't like being sad. Like I don't want that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't do it for me.
Human Centipede, I don't know if we'd ever cover that. I just have zero interest in watching those. I have zero interest in
I've
watching
seen
those. To be honest, I've never seen the Hostel movies, and I don't care to. I think the most grotesque movies I would probably be okay covering is like Terrifier, because it's so outrageously ridiculous.
Yeah,
Oh,
Like where it's like
but-
it's super violent and it's like super like intense, but it's in like a comedic way where it's like it's crazy. But like I feel like Human Centipede, Hostel, like
Not super
like
bad.
Saw, like I feel like they're more on the realism side of things. Where I
I
get
could see
Angela's
somebody
point,
doing that.
Right. Where it's like Terrifier's just out of control. I mean, it's still fucked
Only
up.
when he
but-
cuts the lady in half.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
wild
great.
stuff. But for me, I don't know. I mean, it would probably be in a similar vein to Angela. It's like I don't care for any of those like super like extra violent like realistic movies like people like Serbian film. Why would no thank you. Never in my life will I ever watch that. It just I have zero interest in it. I know like we're talking about the possibility of like why wouldn't I cover Harry Potter, and I think I would. And of course you would have to stress the fact it's like I want to cover Harry Potter because it wasn't just about J.K. Rowling. Like it's not all about her, and I think that's the biggest like detractor to why maybe I would pass on doing it. But I would have to look at like no, there's some great directors involved in this, great people behind making those movies, so I think that would be my reasoning for going and doing it. I think a movie series that people try to avoid covering on their shows because of a director would be like the Jeepers Creepers movies, because the original 3 were directed by a child pedo. So maybe I mean as much as I love the first 2 Jeepers Creepers, do I not cover it because of that reason? I don't know. I don't want to answer that yes or no right now because I don't know. It's such a it's a difficult question to answer.
And it's difficult to end up when you like something.
You good?
I'll be right back. No, it's just the kids.
We have our smoke detector's going off. I think somebody's upstairs making food.
Oh no. Fire. Hopefully not.
But it's difficult. Yeah, I hope not. It's very difficult when you like something to find out either an actor's past history or director or somebody that wrote it. It's
Right.
difficult when you already like it to find out something bad about it,
Right.
and then that make you stop.
It's
liking
always
it.
the the art over the artist type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's certain people that they like certain things that people just can't get past that, and that's totally understandable. I'm never gonna judge somebody for there are a lot of people who won't deal with anything Harry Potter because of J.K. Rowling, and it's like that is understandable. But you also gotta see it from another perspective, where like if people still enjoy Harry Potter and they are enjoying it for that world and not based on her outside views, and it's I don't know, it's one of those difficult things. And I know people in this chat will have their own opinions, and that's totally understandable, and you may not agree with what we're saying, and that's, I mean, I'm always willing to have that conversation with people outside of doing this, because I don't like bringing politics into the show, because it's not a good place for it. I don't like talking about politics, period. But because I like talking about movies. That's what we do here. So
Can I make a comment?
Yeah.
No.
Something Johnny said earlier. I didn't gonna say anything. Johnny, I'm not a big fan of the Goonies either.
I was gonna say.
I'm really not.
Let him tell
but-
you that.
oh man,
Not
I
a
can't
bad
wait to
respect.
cover it this year.
I've seen it before. It's fine. I just not like I was like, dude, Goonies, Baby Rouge, and I'm like, dude, I've seen the movie. It's okay. There you go. Yeah,
Charlie, thank you so much for being here, dude. We love you.
Thank you, dude. Be safe.
Thank you again, and thank you. We can't wait to hang out with you soon enough, my friend.
But shitty people aside, I do love the first two Jeepers Creepers.
Right?
So.
It's one of those things. It's like, yeah. Like I said, I don't want to get too deep into it. That's a conversation. If you want to have it with me on the outside of the podcast, send me a DM, and I'll gladly have that conversation. And if that changes your view of me as my character, I guess that's on you too.
Fuck you.
Or that. I try to be respectful. I try to be respectful.
No, exactly. And I just want to put my 2 cents in on the matter. I respect it. Whatever you decide, I'm good with. So it's.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, Johnny. I told I can agree. Like I think the fact of again, I don't want to get too deep into this topic. It's one of those things where I feel like I could go on for a long time, and then I could slip into something that somebody may not like, and I just don't want to do that. So, but I can see your point, Johnny, 100%. Yeah. So we are going to cover 65, and Brad will be the guest. So we already have it written down.
I need to know why.
He
does
just-
I
not
cannot
like
wait
it.
till we cover that.
He just didn't like it. I guess he just found
He
it
didn't.
like, for one, it put itself out there as a dinosaur movie, and there's really not a lot of dinosaurs in it. So.
Decent amount of dinosaurs. Listen. I got. If we cover that, we need to rig the Monster Zone that month, and we need to cover Planet of the Dinosaurs, like 77 or 81, whatever the fuck that was. We need to do that.
Do I have that one?
Just saying.
I mean, we've
They could
rigged the Monster Zone before. We cover when we did Godzilla month. We didn't do a wheel spin.
Yeah.
We just did Terror of Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah,
So,
Planet
well, Not a
when
big
the
deal.
65 was coming out, and of course we've seen it, and we'll
I don't
talk. I
have
won't
it on our list,
say our
so-
opinion on it. I've talked about it a long time ago, but it always made me think of Planet of the Dinosaurs.
We need a Turok dinosaur. 100%. I appreciate you, Johnny. Thank you.
Yes, we do, and I will die on the hill that the Turok they did on the 360, the one that Disney did, that's just called Turok, is
Yeah.
a really good game, and like nobody played it. I was so
Disney.
pissed. And Ron Perlman's in it.
Yeah.
Daniel Collins asks, who does Parker hate more, James Bond or Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan. I don't hate James Bond. I'm not into James Bond like as much as other people are. Like, it's not a franchise I really ever got into growing up. And I think that's like the biggest deciding factor for me when it comes to a franchise is like, did I watch it as a kid? And I grew up with Mission Impossible. Like, my grandma showed me Mission Impossible when I was like 7 or 8, and I fell in love with that franchise. And even though there are a couple stinkers in the franchise, I still enjoy everything that Mission Impossible does. Like, I'm super excited to see Final Reckoning. James Bond just doesn't do that for me. Like, I enjoyed a couple of the Daniel Craig ones. I've seen a couple of the Connery ones. I've seen all of the Pierce Brosnan ones. But like, when a new James Bond is about to come out, it doesn't get me super excited. Like, I don't really care enough. Like, I'll eventually see it, but it just was never a franchise that really, got me excited like Mission Impossible does. So
I was in marching band in 8th grade to help the high school, and that year we did a James Bond set, and it was awesome. And I think that's what really got me into liking James Bond.
I think it'd be fun to cover him. I would love to, go through some of the classics. Like, that would be a franchise that there's like 27 movies in that franchise. So that would be like, hey, once a month we'll cover a James Bond movie. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Because the thing about James Bond that makes it super intriguing to do is there's multiple James Bonds, and they're not all the same. They're all vastly different interpretations of that character, and I think that's what's so interesting. I think it would be great to, like, 1 month we do like the first ever movie for each actor, like the first Connery movie, cool. The first Dalton movie, the first was it Dalton, and then I can't remember all the James Bonds. Who was the one? Who was the one after Connery?
He's the guy that was that one dude that did one of them.
That was
movie. It's right there. I can't think of it.
Isn't it?
Was it? I think the movie was for Her Majesty's
Secret Service.
I think.
Yep. Gotta head to work. Daniel, thank you so much for being here. Hulk Hogan. We appreciate. You know what, Daniel? Before you go, I'm gonna eat a nasty bean for you. Okay, we're gonna do a little spinny spin. We're gonna do a little spinny spin. It's gonna land on. Oh no! It's the pear and the booger one. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna eat this bean quick.
There it is. That was the only one
George
I could actually eat.
Thank you.
There you go, George
Steve.
Lazenby.
All right, here we go.
I was looking it up.
Oh, come on, man! Right off the fucking rip.
Mine did. That was
Roger
the only
Moore,
one
thank
that
you.
was spicy and did not have any flavor.
Ugh.
So that was the only one I could eat.
Gotta also have to cover the original Casino Royale of Peter Sellers. Oh, that's like the parody, isn't it? Was that a parody?
And so, I don't.
Does Peter Sellers one? I think so, because that has Peter Sellers in it. So figured.
So, my favorite. I will say this now. My favorite James Bond movie is Skyfall.
That was good
because that was M's last movie, and it was her going down the whatever you call it. She's going down this platform, and it was her last scene.
Yeah, Judi Dench.
And line.
Yeah.
And it was it got me because I'm like,
Skyfall's great. I'm a big fan of Daniel Craig's Casino Royale. I think that movie is fantastic.
Very good movie,
it's a great introduction to a character.
yeah.
And that's like our introduction to James Bond, because that's like James Bond before he's 007. So, I mean, that was the first book that was written. So I think that movie really was like, oh shit, this is badass. And then I went back and watched some of the older ones. I have a couple James Bond movies back there. I have From Russia with Love and Live and Let Die on VHS back here.
Yeah, we got a few DVDs. We were going through a stint where we were trying to buy them all and watch them, and then we fell off.
We did watch quite a few.
Yeah, we had Dr. No,
because
Thunderball,
we had it in the
like
little thin DVD cases.
All right. Next question is again from Daniel Collins. Never mind. It's not a question. He just says, on a serious note, since I started listening a couple years ago, I have discovered some great people. Whether it's Dissect That Film, Give Me Back, or many others I've recently discovered here on Discord. I feel lucky and honored to be a part of this chaotic world. Happy 4th anniversary. We appreciate you, Daniel. I know that you left, but we appreciate you.
Yep.
Captain Steve, you asked the same question that Daniel asked, but I'll say it again. We did discuss it. So he asked about what movies or franchises we wouldn't cover on the show. Feel we already answered that question, so thank you for asking, though. And then Charlie is our last one for our Q&A section. He says, if you had to do it all over again from the beginning, what would you change? Well, I guess that's a similar question to what Old Man Brad said, and I guess I can answer it again. Planning, like having an idea, like a template for what the show is, because I kind of just went in. Like, I didn't really have any planning. It was like, this is what we're going to do, and we just kind of went with it. And that's kind of how the blueprint's been for the show the entire time. Like, we don't have anything like super special, I would say, about the show. It's like we do, we go in, we talk about our histories on a movie, we go through the entire plot of the movie, we talk about the end result of it, and then, we do end of show stuff. It's very, I would say, somewhat basic, but, it's how we've been doing it for the last 4 years. And I think we're doing an okay job at it. Trish, what's up? So. Congrats on 4 years, guys. Great job. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And then the second thing would be about the video, about doing it later, not starting it right off the rip.
Is that you, Mom? No joke.
Is that your mom?
It might be.
Is that your mom's name?
Yes. That's what she shortened it to. But yes, what she goes by.
Speaking of the Goonies.
Get that Goonies out of here. Get that Goonies out of here. Now, Baby Ruth does sound good right now, but it would wreck me if I ate one.
Who said Baby Ruth? I'm lost.
What?
You said Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth. Candy bar.
Yes, it is your mom.
It is, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Dan's mom.
Hey, Mom. You ain't getting my kidneys. Now get out of here.
He made me punch him in the kidneys.
Yeah, that's why I told her to take. If you take my kidneys, so she can't have one. Inside joke. Nobody's going to get it. It's okay.
All right. For the next section, would you like to do some trivia?
I have one. That I looked up for this. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
I thought that said good boy, and I was like, you were lying.
I have one for you, Parker. You ready?
Yep.
In the Hold on. What fucking movie was this?
I don't know, Dan. That's probably the answer.
It's your trivia.
Give it to
In the film The Guyver.
Oh, God.
Jeffrey Combs had a cameo.
Yes, he did. You can ask me what his
Do you
name
remember
was?
What his character's name was? Yes.
He was Dr. East.
Yes, he was.
East.
Yep. I figured, I was like, I'm going to give him one, but I don't want it to be too hard. I was like, okay.
You got anything for me,
Hold
Angela?
on. I got to find another movie.
I'm looking.
I was digging through our catalog. Like, I didn't write any of this shit down. I was like, I can find something.
I got one.
All right.
What was the first Disney princess movie to be given a live-action adaptation?
Cinderella.
Yep.
Really? When?
Yep.
2015?
I don't remember.
I think.
Something like that. You better not be cheating over there. You don't have anybody to.
How fast would you think I was looking that up? I was looking at you the whole time.
You're small down in the corner, so I could
stare
see
at the camera the whole time. I swear. Yeah, it was Lily James was Cinderella, and Kenneth Branagh was the director. So there's some extra trivia.
I just didn't know what year.
I think it was 2015. It was one of the early live action remakes, like during the renaissance of remakes. Not talking like back in the day with like 101 Dalmatians and stuff like that.
Yeah. So this is a movie that we talked about, I think, just this past year. It's a good movie. It was a good episode. But it's the movie The Santa Claus.
Oh, boy.
What policy
did Disney have that almost what's the word? Disqualified Tim Allen for the role from that movie? Might be a little too obscure.
What was the
policy Disney had that almost disqualified him from the role of playing?
Wasn't it? It didn't have something to do with his past.
Yes,
it was because he got arrested for like a DUI or something like that.
Yeah, because he has a criminal record, and they had an ex-con policy.
Yep.
And they changed it just to get him into that role.
Good.
Hey, if anybody in the chat has any trivia questions they want to ask, if I get the question wrong, I'm going to have more of these nasty ass beans. So please, if you got a question you'd like to ask, please shoot it in the chat.
Let me see if I can dig another one up. Keep looking, dear. Look.
I'm trying to make it not so difficult.
Dance the dance of life.
Come on, Angela, test me.
What was the name of the first Mickey Mouse movie? Or Mickey Mouse film?
Wow. That is a hard one.
From 1928.
I actually know that one, oddly.
Yeah, this is one I knew.
It's not Steamboat. Because I think there was one that came out before it.
Oh, sorry. I didn't even scroll the whole question. The first Mickey Mouse film from 1928 entered the public domain in 2024. What is that? Oh,
Steamboat Willie.
There.
That made it so much easier.
I thought that was the whole question. Whoops.
I literally said, I can't be Steamboat. I thought there was something earlier in that. I like how it's just the name is public domain, but because he's in it as that character, that it's like, nope, that's public domain.
Yep.
I'm looking, all right? I'm trying.
It's all right. They can enjoy the music while we're waiting.
While you're looking, who was the narrator in the classic film Stand By Me? I knew this one too. I'm trying to pick ones that I know the answers to.
Who's the narrator? Isn't it Richard Dreyfuss?
Yep.
Yeah, because he also narrates the Family Guy parody of Stand By Me. And then at the end, he talks to Roy Scheider, who's also pops in as a narrator.
What?
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes, watch the Family Guy parody of Stand By Me. It's great.
Absolutely.
Hey, if I see the train, I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna do it in a slow-mo way. And it's like the train comes like train, and then that's how Joe gets crippled because he gets hit by the train.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got a question in chat.
Oh, here we go. From Captain Steve. It says, for what movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? Okay, so he did not win. I believe, no, I don't even think he was nominated for Jaws. I know Jaws got nominated for a shit ton of Oscars, but I think it only won one. Boy, what did he win his first Oscar for? Schindler's List? I'm going to say Schindler's List. I was going to say Color Purple.
Is that your final answer?
I was going to say Color Purple, but I don't think so. I'm going to say Schindler's List. Because that just feels like the movie you win an Oscar for. But I'm probably wrong. Let me know, Steve. Did I get it right? Do I have to eat a bean?
Would have a drum roll. Oh, it's correct.
Yay! I am 100% right now. Let's go. Not even a punishment for me.
I'm trying to find something difficult. Ah.
We need to find one that's difficult.
I like how originally Angela's like, we need to find one that's not so difficult. Now Angela's like, we need to find one that's difficult.
I'm trying to find the ones that I know the answer to because, I don't know a whole lot.
Keep them coming, chat. Keep them coming.
That one's too easy. The serial killer name and Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, yeah. Don't answer.
Okay. Okay. There's two of these, technically.
Two answers?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I don't know.
I'm not answering it.
What was going to be the original title for the 1988 Beetlejuice?
Oh.
The second one's that one's good.
I'm blanking. I don't even have like a rough idea. I think it's a bean for me because I don't even have a guess.
Okay. If that is your final answer
just
here,
tell me.
it was House Ghosts
Scared
or Scared Sheetless.
House Ghosts. Damn it! I knew that. Now that you're saying it, whatever. All right.
Yeah, because it says on IMDb, Tim Burton suggested Scared Sheetless as a joke, and the studio was considering it.
All right, we got Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks. Here we go.
Hope for Tutti Frutti.
That's not Tutti Frutti. That is Stinky Ass Socks.
Some musty.
Gross. So gross.
At least it's not glazed sock.
Okay, we got another one from Steve. He says, what role did Charlie Sheen turn down to star in Grizzly instead? Well, technically, he wasn't in Grizzly. He was in Grizzly 2. There we go. He fixed it. I don't know. What? Here's the question. Here's my question to you. What year did he film his scene for Grizzly 2? Because that movie is filmed in like two different decades. So like, when was? Because it was what, Charlie Sheen, George Clooney, and I can't remember who the actress was in Grizzly 2. But like, what year was that filmed in? That had to have been filmed in like the late 80s or maybe early 90s. I don't know. But that's like, what? They filmed that in 1983. That scene. Okay, what came out in 1983? Laura Dern. Right. God damn. 1983. What was a big thing in 1983 that Charlie Sheen would have turned down?
We need to cover Grizzly 2.
I might have to eat another bean because I have no idea. I can't even think of like what movies are out in 1983 that Charlie Sheen would have been like up for. I don't know. Give me an answer. Give me the answer. I'll eat another bean. Doing another bean, guys.
Oh. What did you get wrong?
We're gonna
Grizzly
do
movie.
Juicy Peach or Booger again.
Here's hope for Juicy Peach.
The question was Daniel LaRusso in Karate Kid. Yeah, I would have never even come close to answering that question right. So here we go. Prickly Pear, please, Prickly Pear. That is not fucking Prickly Pear. Get the fuck out of here. God damn it, dude. Here's the thing. What the fuck does a prickly pear taste like? Is it supposed to be sweet?
I don't know.
What does it taste like? I don't know.
I don't know. The one I got was spicy.
Oh. All right, you guys got any more?
All right. You probably should. I'm thinking you might have this one.
All right.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Okay.
1984. What movie was released the same? What other big horror film was released the same week as that? Big horror franchise.
Big horror franchise?
Yeah.
Like franchise meaning two movies?
It is a film from a big horror franchise was released the same week as Silent Night, Deadly Night, 1984.
Oh, The Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes. There you go.
I almost said Gremlins. That's why I asked if it was two movies.
That's fair.
You said big franchise. I was like, okay, it's got to be more than two movies.
Yeah. And it briefly outgrossed it just because it was on twice as many theaters.
I'm going to give you an easy one, too.
All right.
What was Michael Bay's directorial debut?
Bad Boys, what you
Yeah.
want?
I was trying to give you an easy one when I knew you would know.
One of my all-time favorite Michael Bay movies. I love Bad Boys. That's a movie I want to recover so bad. Because that was pre-Dissect That Film.
Yep.
And actually, 30 years ago, this year.
Could do.
We could do it. It is an action movie.
Yep.
Yep.
Cover in July.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Charlie left. We couldn't tell him the good news of what we're doing for
Charlie.
Action Month.
Nick.
For Month of Action, I should say. All right.
What, they were doing all those movies?
Then we're gonna be doing all action movies.
Dang right.
All right, you guys have any more?
I'm ready.
You guys have any more in the
I'm looking.
chat? Send them my way. See, Steve's giving me the harder ones because he's giving me ones that, like, did you see the last one he asked me? What role did Charlie Sheen turn down to star in Grizzly 2? Like, I was gonna know that. I had to ask him what year they filmed the scene because in Grizzly 2, the opening scene was filmed in 1983 and the rest of the movie is filmed in like the early 2000s. Movie is awful. Please subscribe to
Go ahead.
Bucket of Chums Patreon so you can hear his thoughts on it. All right, go ahead, Angela.
The code in the Matrix comes from what kind of food recipes?
Oh, what? Oh, baked goods? Isn't it baked goods? I'm trying to think of other, like, the code for the Matrix comes from what?
What kind of food recipes?
Why do I only think of the baked goods because that's like anytime he would go into the Matrix and he would see the Oracle, she was always baking something. I'm trying to think of that. I don't even remember that. I don't even remember any part of that. Like, I don't know. Sushi. I covered that movie with over on Cinema Trip Reviews, and I have no idea. Here we go. We're going. I'm gonna spin that again. I don't like the spinner. We're gonna do peach or barf. I think that's the one with the red speckles on it. Here we go. This is what I used to do on streaming. Why do I keep getting the garbage ones? That is barf, 100%.
I never got a single good one.
I think they lie to you. I think they're all bad.
He got a couple of good ones.
They got the barf one perfect. It tastes like I threw up in my mouth.
I couldn't tell if it was barf or wet fish because they're both the same like color, and I was like, no, I don't.
All right. So Steve's question is, what actress was the queen of 1970s black exploitation cinema? God damn it!
I know who this is.
I know her name. I can't think. Well, I'm blanking so hard right now. She was in Jackie Brown.
It's
and
the barf.
coffee.
I know. Why can't I think of her name? Oh my god. I hate that I know. I just can't think of her fucking name. I'm kicking myself right now. Oh. God damn it. I can't even think of her first name. If I had her first name, I probably would figure out her last name. Oh my god. I hate myself right now. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
She was actually in the awful Pet Sematary prequel that came out last year called Pet Sematary Bloodlines. She was in that. She played the mail lady. And I can't think of her name. Fuck. What's her name?
Pam Grier.
Pam Grier. Son of a bitch. Fuck. I knew it! I'm so mad about that one. So ashamed of myself. I'm sorry, Pam. You're a legend. Ah, the licorice
She is
one.
quite good.
Fuck off. This one's bad either way.
Licorice or tire?
It's tire. As soon as I bit into it, tastes like rubber. Feels like I'm chewing on rubber. Oh, that's terrible.
Ew.
Oh,
You been
that's
chewing on some condoms
terrible.
or something?
Oh, that's awful. All right, keep going.
I got one.
Keep torturing me.
Maybe, I don't know. This one's for Maximum Overdrive.
Hell yeah.
You're doing the research. I'm just pulling up trivia questions.
Dan's doing it the right way. It's fine, Angela.
I'm trying. I'm going
Your
through our
questions are
episodes. And then
Obviously.
who did Stephen King originally want to lead that film? He wasn't casted, but who did he originally want?
Who did he want to lead the film instead of Emilio Estevez?
Yes.
Oh, no.
I remember reading that.
I can give you a hint because it's kind of big.
All right.
He's a musician.
Is it Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, it was. 100%. I was like, okay.
I'm just over here singing songs.
I mean, I wouldn't have gotten that unless you gave me that hint. But that just made a lot of
that
sense. Like Bruce Springsteen, yeah. That makes sense.
Now listen, I'm trying to keep it quiet. I'm sitting here eating chips. I'm fucking starving. So
You're fine.
subtle.
It's fine.
Why did I look up these people?
Keep going, chat. We got a little bit longer. We're probably gonna go for another like 15, 20 minutes. Go try to hit the exact 2-hour mark before we hop off. So I figured, keep loading these questions up.
All right, let's see.
Pull up Patreon because we have Feed the Dan. All right. Steve's got another question. He says, what was the first movie Steven Spielberg and John Williams collaborated on? That would be Sugarland Express, which was his technical first theatrical movie after he would do Duel, which actually came, I think, Sugarland Express came out in 74, so it was a year before Jaws. And he actually hired John Williams because of John Williams' scores for, I think he was doing Westerns at the time.
Hell yeah.
No.
We need to do some Westerns.
Yeah, Westerns just not my thing. I like Tombstone. I like Quick and the Dead. Was it Unforgiven's good? Like those like later ones. I'm not like classic Westerns aren't my jam. I will cover them. I'll happily watch them. I'm not like against it, but it's just they were just never my thing. I never grew up with them, so I think that's my my whole thing with it. I think that's, as I stated earlier, if I didn't grow up with something, it's usually like I'll give it a chance, but it's never something I'm actively gonna watch. Okay, we got a question from Johnny. What movie did John Hurt and Raul Julia star in, based on a book? Ooh, I'm trying to think of, like, the thing is with Raul Julia, I know he had a prolific career, but for me, it was Addams Family, it was Street Fighter, and then there was a movie that he did in the 80s. I can't remember who was in it. It was directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Can't remember the name of it, but I don't think John Hurt was in that movie. What?
I think I know the answer to this, but I'll wait for you.
I don't know, to be honest, because I can't think of anything else, any other Raul Julia movies. It's like I've never really dove into his filmography, so I don't really know. So I guess I got it wrong, guys. But Dan, you can guess, but I'm gonna still have to eat the beat.
Is it Frankenstein Unbound?
Oh shit! Oh my god! I'm not a true movie.
Need to use your lifelines.
I'm not a true
That's what I thought of.
I'm not a true movie dumpster fan. God damn it! I'm so disappointed in myself. Son of a bitch.
I didn't look it up.
You're right, Dan. You're 100% right. It's Frankenstein Unbound. Fucking god damn it. I forgot Raul Julia was in that.
I hadn't seen an episode in a while, and I was just like,
I'm gonna eat the beans,
This is
and I'm
familiar.
also gonna man, somebody's gonna tell the movie dumpster guys I'm gonna have to not be a fan anymore.
they're never going to come
You're
back.
banned.
All right, I got top banana or wet dog. What the fuck is a top banana? Can somebody explain that to me? What the fuck is that?
It's a
even
Chrysler color.
mean? Oh, okay.
Oh, he's not eating paint. He can't have two bad
What if
flavors.
it's just paint chips?
He can't have two bad flavors.
Oh, sorry, Parker. I'm so
This
sorry.
game is fucking terrible. Why can't I get a good one?
Oh,
This is all for you guys. This is all for all of you.
I got one. I think
All
I
right,
got
Angela.
a more difficult one.
Hit me.
Who is the only actor playing a villain to appear in all three of Christopher Nolan's Batman films?
That would be Cillian Murphy as the Scarecrow, or as Jonathan Crane.
And he did so good.
He did so good, even in his like small bit parts. Like his scene in The Dark Knight Rises where he's the judge. He's
Yep,
sending
yep.
everybody out to the ice. Ah, so
Mhm.
good. Yeah, Cillian Murphy is
So good.
Cillian Murphy is good in everything. Even if I'm not a fan of the movie, Cillian Murphy kills it. Yeah, no pun intended.
I have one.
It's okay, Johnny. I'm disappointed in myself. It was a great question.
All right. This film is listed in the 2006 Guinness Book of World Records as the first all-digital capture film. Where all parts were done within digital capture.
Could have taken me a little bit, but
I am. Oh boy, I don't want to.
No, we've talked about this movie.
We have
We
on
have
the
talked
show.
about
Like
this
we have an episode on this movie.
movie.
Oh, it was Polar Express.
Yep.
Okay, I almost said Beowulf, but I keep forgetting you're asking questions based on episodes we have. So I was like, oh yeah,
That's what I'm trying to do.
Polar Express. If anybody wants to know the amazing music that is playing during this stream, it's from our good friend Dark Razard.
it's also Jason Momoa in the Minecraft movie.
Huh? He is.
Listen, he wears pit vipers.
It's him, dude.
It's him.
It's dark.
They
him.
definitely saw a picture of Dark and were like, that's who we want Jason Momoa to look like.
Yes.
You better be getting some residuals for that.
Oh yeah.
All right. Hit me.
I am still looking for a good one.
Come on, chat. You can enter as many questions as you want. Shoot them in there.
I don't know. Why you make this difficult? And the fact that my contact needs to come out of my eyeballs.
Just take it out.
I can't see.
Your
I can't
eyeball.
see without it.
For your
But I
eyeball.
also can't see with it. So I'm like, gotta look for something good.
I know, like I don't want these like fucking paragraph long.
Yeah. Like, why you have to make it a novel to write a trivia question?
Because
Damn it. What?
What were the two biggest movie influences for the movie Sinners?
I don't know this.
one of them was From Dusk Till Dawn, and the other one was
That's a good
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
Hmm.
That's what Ryan Coogler said. That's what he
He
said
also
in
said
an
the-
interview.
He also said The Faculty.
I feel like it's more From Dusk Till Dawn than it is The Faculty. But...
It was both.
Wait, so
But you got
which
one.
one did I get right?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Okay.
You suck.
I mean, it's very.
You're
That
getting all of mine correct.
That one's very on the nose. Like when you watch Sinners, it's like it. Yeah, it 100%.
Oh my
it
gosh.
feels like From Dusk Till Dawn, but it just it's to me,
Movies.
Sinners is deeper than that.
Yes.
If you guys would like to see us do a full episode on Sinners, I'm happy to do it because that movie is fantastic. But I definitely want to wait till it's on physical before we do it, which is kind of our rule. So
It says he was partially inspired by the character Deaths in Puss in Boots.
okay, all right.
I want to point out how good that movie was, by the way.
Oh, it was
It's so
so
good.
Puss in
good.
Boots. It's really
Oh,
good.
The Last Wish. Oh, so good.
Well, both are. But yeah.
They're both good
Ooh.
in different ways. The first
Yes.
Puss in Boots is like it feels very much like it comes from the Shrek world, where Puss in Boots: The Last Wish feels like a completely different universe. Like
Yep.
it's just so well done, and the animation is fantastic. Who was the suit actor Donatello in the 19? Okay, I'm gonna say it was Corey Feldman.
Really?
Yep.
All right.
Oh wait, the suit actor. Nope, I got that wrong.
Yeah, the
Never
suit
mind.
actor.
Never mind. It was fuck. It was
I don't think that was his name.
no, it's not that. I forgot that Corey Feldman was the voice actor for Donatello. In
Not the
first
suit
one.
actor.
He wasn't the suit actor. It was Is it Eddie? Is it Eddie Reyes Jr. or god damn it, what's his name? Isn't it Reyes Jr.? I can't think of his first name. Not Eddie.
Quit up. Ooze.
Was I partially right? Reyes Jr. Can't think of his first name. His dad was also an actor or a stuntman. I think it's Eddie Reyes. Yeah, I'm wrong. All right. Ernie. Damn it. I'll take the spin, guys. I'll take the spin. I didn't get the full thing right. All
Yeah.
right.
Touching my foot.
Sorry.
All right. I'm going to do this on the table here. Let's try to get some better spins here.
Do it.
All right. We got Peach and Barf again. Son of a bitch.
Good lord.
I don't like peach flavored anything anyway, so. Peaches are good.
Son of a
Peach flavored.
bitch. We're just getting no luck tonight. No luck.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Have another one.
Go ahead. I'm still looking for a good one.
Good job. So Sinners was the second R-rated horror film shot in IMAX. What was the first?
Jeez, dear.
Damn.
Bust the guy's balls, why
He's-
don't you?
He's seen it.
I
I'm
believe
pretty
it.
sure he's seen it. I have not, and I want to see it.
First IMAX rated R IMAX movie? Or first rated R movie filmed in IMAX? Was that what you said?
So it says Sinners is the second R-rated movie horror film to be shot with IMAX after this movie.
Boy.
And it's a recent one
Is it?
from 2022.
Oh, damn. Rated R in IMAX. I mean, I don't even. I'm trying to, like,
That I don't know. I just know I'm pretty sure you've seen it. It's a single word movie from 2022.
single word movie 2022. Yep. I don't know.
Nope.
Damn. I did see that. Damn.
I want to see it.
I'm so mad at myself. I forgot that movie was based strictly in IMAX. All right, I got another fucking licorice one again.
Sorry. Because those are both bad.
All right. I got licorice this time, so it's not as bad. It's bad, but.
No burnt rubber for
All right,
you.
I got one.
All right, we're going to do two more. I'm going to do one from each of you, and then we're going to do our final end of show fun.
Rigmarole.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
All right, I got one for you. This might be a little bit more difficult. Sorry.
Nope, go for it.
Edward Norton.
Okay.
Had a 3-movie deal with Paramount from the late 90s to the early 2000s.
Uh,
The final film was The Italian Job, which we talked about.
yep.
What were the other two?
Oh, no. It was one with Robert De Niro. I can't think of the name.
I'm sorry, dude.
Son
I'm
of
so
a
sorry.
bitch.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, what was the one? It was one with Robert De Niro. I to be honest, I can't even think of what the other one would be.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, just go for it.
It was 96's Primal Fear, 2001's The Score.
The Score. To be honest, I should have said Primal Fear. I was actually thinking that, but I was like, that seems too early. But like 96.
It was 96. Yeah, it was his first big movie.
All right. You're getting me at the end, guys. All right, we're gonna have prickly pear again, or booger. It's probably gonna be booger, because I don't know what prickly pear tastes like. I don't know. I feel like this is prickly pear, and it tastes disgusting.
It possibly, mine was spicy, but it did not have any flavor. It did not taste like pear and didn't taste like anything bad. It was spicy.
What popular
but it was-
wrestler? We got one from Johnny. What popular wrestler played the son of the devil, who by losing a curling match must spend 1,000 years as Santa Claus? Wasn't that Goldberg? Wasn't that Goldberg in that? What is I can't remember.
Slay.
Santa's sleigh. I feel like
gotta watch one.
I didn't even know that was the plot of the movie. I didn't know that was the whole thing.
I'd never seen the movie. I just know he was
Bill.
in that.
Bill Goldberg.
Bill. Nye, that's-
I gotta wait for Johnny's response if that was correct or not.
Go ahead.
All right, I got it right. Woo! All right, Angela's got the final question.
All right, I'm hopefully gonna get an easy one for you. Who created the crocodile for Lake Placid?
Stan Winston. Stan Winston Studios. Yeah,
I gotta give you an easy one.
appreciate that.
It's not all misery.
He's had enough bad jelly.
I've had
beans.
enough of these beans. I kind of want to have a blue one just to wash down the
Toothpaste.
nasty taste. Yeah, it's either going to be I'm going to do two of them. Either going to be toothpaste or berry blue.
Ooh, you're gonna bury toothpaste.
Because the thing is, even the toothpaste one tastes good. Because it's
Yeah,
like it's
you can't
minty.
lose.
That's all it is minty.
Yep. I should have kept them
All
for
right.
the toothpaste ones.
Well, that was fun, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I'm trying not to chew into the microphone, but you know what? You guys are getting some ASMR. Seriously, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us. This was like just a nice like chill stream, a nice chill episode for you guys to to ask us questions, and the quiz thing was great. To be able to do this again, it kind of feels like the good old days of doing some streaming and doing all these crazy challenges and stuff. So next week we're going to be back doing another movie. We got our weird science episode coming out with Tony from Hack the Movies. That's going to be a lot of fun. We got somebody, Laura Otto, in the chat. That was fun. I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. So we got a lot of fun stuff going on right now. We got, like I said, Weird Science is gonna end the month of May, and then June is gonna be all about Jaws clones. So pretty much movies that took inspiration to the 1975 film that is going to be celebrating 50 years in June, which we're going to be starting out the month of June with 1990's Tremors. So you guys will get a nice little sneak peek of what we're going to be doing there. And then, we got a lot of Jaws clone movies we're going to be talking about. And then the end of the month, or actually it's going to be our July 4th episode, is going to be on Jaws. We're going to be doing Jaws all over again. Your boy's actually going to be down in Martha's Vineyard the weekend that the movie was released. So I'm going to be walking around, checking out some of the locations that it was filmed. I'm going to be hopefully seeing a replica of the orca that is being kind of patrolled around the island during the event. It's going to be a great time. I'm hoping to get film some stuff and some stuff that I'll be able to throw into the episode. I'm very, very excited for that. So a lot of good stuff coming forward, and I appreciate everybody for supporting what we do. Johnny, had a blast, guys. Love to see all the continued success of everything. Johnny, we appreciate you. We love you, and thank you so much for all your support, man. Steve, great job on 40 years, everyone. Great time, and can't wait to have you guys on the show. We can't wait to come over and hang out with you, Steve, and we can't wait to have you back on the show to talk about whatever the hell, animal movie we got coming up next. But yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff going on, so stay tuned for that. So all the fun stuff that we get to talk about at the end of the show, which is how you can support the show. Again, I'm going to remind you all, there is a link in the description of this video for a way to donate to Livestream for the Cure. It is a fundraiser that is done every year, led by Nick, and he does a great job over there, raising money for cancer research. And, we want to try to help, raise more money, and any way we can do it, we're going to do it. So if you have a way to donate, please click that link, donate what you can. I know that there's a way, if you donate like $10, you get some cool Livestream for the Cure stickers. So why not check that out, and let us know if you donated, and we can do all that. Oh, actually, I forgot to do something. I forgot to make the wheel. We only got a few people, but I forgot to make the wheel for the winner of the giveaway for the live stream for the Cure shirt. I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to look up here. So we're going to do that. I got to enter in some names here. And we're going to see who wins the giveaway. Give me a second.
Say, do I need to send you the link that I use?
No, I just popped up the... So we got... If I could spell his name right. All right. So I'm going to switch screens here.
No, don't do it. No.
Come back.
And I'm going to share my screen. And we're going to spin the wheel. See who wins. Here we go. Oh. I guess I can't. People can't see it when I'm. Well, good job, Podcast Rob. You win.
Good job, Podcast Rob. Woo!
I'll begin with Nick over there, who handles all the live stream for the Cure, and we're going to work it out, and we're going to get you that shirt, my friend. All right, how the heck do I do this? Stop streaming. That's what I wanted to do. And then we're going to go back to not that screen. Oh no! I don't remember what screen I'm doing. Ah! All right, there we go.
The one on the left.
Yeah, it's one of those. All right. Well, there we go. There's our winner for the giveaway. Appreciate everybody who donated yesterday during our segment. And yeah, we'll get everything out to the winner. Appreciate you. So make sure to follow us on all the social media apps at Dissect That Film or Dissect That Film Pod over on Instagram and Threads. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Blue Sky, all of those social media apps. And then you can, since you're here on YouTube, if you're watching us right now and you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's free. You don't. That's all you got to do. Just hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the little like button, the little thumbs up. That's cool. That helps us out too. And if you want to leave us a comment, do that too. That's always cool. We're inching our way to 1,000 subscribers over here on YouTube. So we would appreciate your support. And if you listen to the audio version of the podcast, we are on all of them. At least I think we are. So make sure to go over to your favorite podcast app and leave us 5 stars because that helps us get into more people's ears. And that's what we want to do. We want to spread the show out. We want more. We want to bring in some new blood, and hopefully they'll enjoy the show as much as you all do. And lastly, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/dissectthatfilm, where you can support us for as low as $1, and you will get access to our uncut episodes, where a week before you get the actual episode, you'll get the full uncut version of that episode. So like I said, the next episode after this will be our episode on Weird Science from 1985. And the Friday that you will be getting the audio version of this live stream, you will be getting the uncut version of Weird Science for your ears and face, because it's going to be in video and audio form. So yeah, you got all that cool stuff. Before I thank all of our wonderful patrons, we do have another thing we want to talk about, and that is our other show called The Monster Zone, where once a month we spin a wheel and we talk about a monster movie. For the month of May, we talked about, we had our Out of the Patreon Vault episode on 20 Million Miles to Earth. And then, while you're listening to this, our newest episode is out on 1967's Yongery. So make sure to check that out. We also have a new logo for the Monster Zone that was created by our co-host Mikey Ward, who was in the chat earlier today. So make sure to check all that stuff out. We have a merch store over on TeePublic. We have a lot of stuff. Just go to our link tree, and we got a lot of links to everything that has to do with our show. I think that's it, guys. I think the last thing I got to do is thank our wonderful patrons over at patreon.com/dissectthatfilm. And guess what, guys? We got a new one. Oh. We have a new member of the Mark Wahlberg Book Club. We got to welcome in Jordan Champion to the book club. Jordan, we appreciate you and your support over on Patreon. book club members, Mark Wahlberg book club members, you're going to be getting your Mark Wahlberg book club membership cards soon enough. Angela's going to get it done. She's going to do it. I'm going to pressure her. I'm going to pressure her every day. I'm going to say, get it done, Angela. You have to do it. We got to do it.
Do it now.
Do it now.
I'm sorry, I can't come in.
Do it.
I'm being threatened.
But no, we got some fun stuff coming up for the Patreon. So please be patient. We appreciate your support. And yeah, lastly, let's thank all of our wonderful patrons right now. We have Billy Joseph Jr., Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast, Corey Morissette, Daniel Collins, our new patron, Jordan Champion, Rudy5453, Dustin from the Flicks and Friends Podcast, Dan and Angela, Doom Generation, Eric Stein, Jason, Robert Stewart, and the Barons Hideout Podcast. Thank you so much for supporting us over on Patreon, and thank you to everybody else for supporting us, period, because without your support, this show just wouldn't be where it's at. And we appreciate you supporting us for the last 4 years, and we can't wait for the next 4. So until next time, I am Brett Parker. That is Dan and Angela. We're Dissect That Film, and this has been Dissect That Film Podcast Live 4-year anniversary celebration. And we'll see you all again on the next one. Bye, everybody.
Bye.